Итак, всем привет! Сегодня у нас с Ронни с вами маркинг, Гран-мастер 2017 года. Первый раунд.
Ronnie O'Sullivan won this title in 2012. He's only actually played here once since then. That was 2015 when he got to the quarterfinals. Didn't qualify last year.
Первый фрейм, матч до 5 побед. Рефери Марса рекорд.
There was a lot of noise from someone in the audience before Mark King played that shot. He didn't get up though. He got down and played it.
The five-table setup in full operation, you've got to keep your mind on your own game, and that can be difficult. It's not a given that you'll be completely focused on what you're doing in this venue.
Well, this could be trouble for King. He's caught that all wrong. One.
So we'll see what kind of form he's in. Saying earlier that he didn't play the best I've ever seen him by any means when winning the Masters in London. But for him to win at about 75% of his best tells you what a good player he is.
You've got him on the ropes. You've got to really land the knockout blow. He didn't do
15.
that. Before the match mentioned the last time they played. Got to 140 with the black lip, so he was on a maximum, but because he didn't think the high break prize was big enough, he wasn't going to pot it. He was going to shake hands, and the referee, Yamaha, said to him, Ronnie, fans have come to see you. The funny thing about that is, think of all the people who've been really nervous on the last black, and yet Ronnie wasn't going to pot it.
The pink with either the 13th or the 14th red. And that was his own little way of making the same protest, I guess. 146 breaks are quite rare, so it still
38
was something that if you'd been there, you'd have...
Ошибся Кинг, повел атаку Ронни, неплохая у него позиция для старта.
Yeah, that shot was not as easy as it looked. It required a little bit of extra thought where the cue was going to finish, and for that reason, the pot went astray.
Ну вот ошибся Ронни. И снова Кинг.
Yes, I think he was stretching a little bit on that shot himself.
One.
So Ronnie quickly back at the table and looking to get off. I've got to miss the brown here. And the yellow, and he's done that. Mind you, it's still not perfectly played. No shot, he's got to play safe here. So twice now that he's slightly straight on positional side of the game.
Foul.
He's got to be a little unlucky to go in off there.
Large crowd as well. Lots happening. Some big hitters out there. Mark Allen's playing tonight. Ricky Walden, Peter Ebden as well. King yet to settle. Hang on, though. Well, he kind of needed that to go in because he got nowhere near the initial pot.
Yellow ball. Marking one. Foul in the miss.
Wow, couldn't have got any closer, could it?
This is better. Ronnie's gives referees short shrift these days, isn't he? Well, that struggled in, and because it didn't go in cleanly, it's end of break. He'd love it to be touching ball. If it isn't, it makes things difficult.
Так, ну со второй попытки Ронни попал. Стим забил, но не вышел, к сожалению.
Black ball.
Вынужден отыгрываться.
Knocking one.
Well, that was a good shot. He did well to miss the red and the black indeed on the way back. But either way, the cue will always heading up to safety.
Level-headed these days than maybe some of those early meetings that we talked about.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Sullivan has matured a lot since those days. And he was just not quite running for either player. He's on the black, but with just a kiss he got on the pink. He got a very good one. And that's probably as good as he could hope for from where he was.
He did hard. That was the point. He really wanted it. And he got it.
Well, he had a lot of good men on the case, didn't he, up there? Obviously, Damien Hirst was in his corner as well, other people helping him along the way. So he had everyone out there.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9.
Obviously, it's only him on the table that can do it, but yes, and forcing that mistake as well, Dave. And there's no getting away from it. These two go back a long way, and
One.
he's almost there. This is a good effort, and this time it's worked out perfectly. That was a very good shot, actually.
That's the point. There's all the tables as well that people are keeping an eye on, but a great shot. He's won in the frame. He's played a good frame overall. Hitting snookers. Yeah, Ronnie turned up for the Masters final. Conceptual artist, and Ed Miliband,
17.
former leader of the Labour Party.
Так, ну, в конечном итоге Ронни выиграет фрейм.
And he wasn't even playing.
25.
Keen snooker fan, and of course, as you say, I think he and Ronnie have a friendship.
Без крупных серий здесь. Но зато 1-0.
It's not been a long frame. It's been quite scrappy.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
No, just looking to get a little bit of table time, which I completely understand. Spend all that time on the practice table. Why not have a bit of practice out there on the...
10.
Such an emotional occasion. He had his family there, of course, his wife and children. Because of the story behind it. Of course, a few days later, he turned up at the UK Championship, was Dr. Frame, because he forgot to take his cue back after the interval. Anyway,
frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
He's conceded this frame. It's gone to Ronnie O'Sullivan. With
4th frame. Marking to break.
Yeah, just a containing shot there, not one that was played with any great confidence. Well, it's never so bad if you hit the far bump and the red comes back down towards the other reds on those shots. A little different if you hit the first jaw, you never quite know where anything will finish. Once again, interesting with Ronnie tonight, I've noticed he's taken to put Mark in trouble in the previous frame, but he's trying to consolidate, it would appear.
Ну, а теперь мы перемещаемся в 4-й фрейм. 2-1 ведет Ронни. Позиция обостряется. Точный отыгрыш. И Кинг может играть красный шар в зеленую лузу.
So, Mark King has been kept out for an entire frame, and Ronnie O'Sullivan in this match, he's going to have to start scoring or continue to score when these chances come up, because he's already done it once.
Mark's win in Belfast was that Bill, who'd been to pretty much every event he'd ever played in, was unwell, couldn't travel, and Mark went and won the tournament.
Twelve. Twenty.
Well, just a little bit short of pace.
Thank you. Foul. Marking 33.
Yeah, he's called
Ronnie
a foul on
O'Sullivan.
himself. It could be a very critical moment in this match as well. It's very honest of him.
And of course, Jimmy White is someone that used to do that an awful lot, because he appreciated the sportsmanship from Mark King.
Well, make no mistake, the only person in this Tempodrome who immediately owned up, and it could cost him the frame. He was looking good for 2-2 there.
$17.
Был неплохой перевес у Кинга, но допустил он ошибку.
25.
Ронни может раскрутить позицию.
It's feather in the cue ball, and it's given O'Sullivan this chance.
Красные расположены неплохо.
4 reds in the middle of the table are not easy to
33.
get on, and from his next colour. Well, now that he's played it that way, which would mean he didn't have to play the cannon. That's a fine shot. Oh, that was what he was looking at. It wasn't the plant at all. I do slightly question O'Sullivan's concentration these days. Occasionally, it seems to me he's got eyes everywhere but on his own table. I know we've
47.
already discussed that it can happen at this venue, but 26 points in front now that red's
55.
down. So I think this is almost the first real sign in the match day that...
Of course, in the Masters final, he complained that someone was
60.
practicing a little bit too loudly. But he's played a good frame, and Mark King... And it's cost
69.
him. Well, it should have done 40 in it. Ronnie O'Sullivan looking again at the scores,
69.
and Mark King nods his head.
It's 9 minutes past.
Yep, it's the interval, so that bit of sportsmanship, you've got to credit Mark King for.